Hello, welcome to Access. I'm Rob. Joining us is Dave.
Hello.
Dave, recently I had the great fortune to go hands-on with Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Yeah, I know, it's not fair.
The sequel to Jurassic World Evolution, obviously. A game that I played, not extensively, but I did play a little bit. I think you played it a bit more than I did.
Yes, I was a big fan of my my Dino Park.
Did you get like all the big dinosaurs? I never got to make a T-Rex. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to say to my visitors, "We have a T-Rex."
Oh, we have a T-Rex. No, I didn't manage to get all the big ones, Rob, because I must admit, when they started escaping, I started panicking, and it became stressful. It became too real.
Yes, when they started escaping.
Yes.
Accidentally all of my carnivores, they just started escaping.
It's weird.
But I want to talk you through 5 new things in Jurassic World Evolution 2. The first and most exciting addition, it's what everyone wants, isn't it? It's new dinosaurs. There are new dinosaurs, but not just new dinosaurs, there are new enclosures. So in the first Jurassic World Evolution, you were able to make the traditional electric fence enclosures, and you had all your herbivores and your carnivores and various dinosaurs that weren't, even in the films really. But we have 2 iconic enclosures being added to Jurassic World Evolution 2, and that is the aviary, and of course that means you're going to be able to make pterosaurs, the flying dinosaurs.
Yeah, one of my favourites growing up, actually. Pterodactyls and pterosaurs.
I'm really looking forward to them escaping in my park because there are some classic scenes, obviously, in the films. I think in the very first Jurassic Park novel, there's an aviary in Jurassic Park, and it was cut from the first movie.
That's right.
And subsequently added into Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Also in the first Jurassic World movie, there's also a big set piece with the aviary and all the flying dinosaurs get out and it's all chaos. But I'm looking forward to making that, and I'm looking forward to letting all the dinosaurs out.
Like you say, they're actually a big part of the Jurassic franchise, going back to the original book, and didn't make the first movie, and then Jurassic Park 3. Obviously, I love that bit where they're sort of on the bridge and they realise they're inside a cage. It's not for keeping things out; it's for keeping things in.
Oh, I love that line, and the bit where it comes through the fog on the bridge.
Yeah, it's great, and they are, I mean, as much as just dinosaurs loose on the ground is quite a lot of chaos, I think dinosaurs that can fly and come and pick people up and God knows what else, I mean, that's going to be a lot of fun. Unless you want to manage a good park that doesn't fall apart, in which case that might be
Who
a
wants
bit of a
to do that? No one actually wants
me.
to do that.
I think it might be me, Rob.
But we've got, you're like, who would you be? You'd be Alan Grant, and I'd be...
Yes!
I'd be Ian Malcolm, chaos. Life will find
fair
a way.
enough.
Life will find a way in my park. It'll find a way to escape. But we've got dinosaurs on land. We've got dinosaurs in the air. There are also going to be dinosaurs in the water in Jurassic World Evolution 2. So you can build the now iconic Lagoon from the first Jurassic World movie. And there's the dinosaur that lives in the lagoon, the massive Mosasaurus. So you can have a lagoon with a Mosasaurus in it, and you can do the bit where you feed it the great white shark. I'm trying to think how you allow a Mosasaurus to escape. Maybe you can't, but maybe there's a way that you can make people fall in the lagoon. I don't know.
Well, there's a little puzzle for you there. A little something for you to figure out.
This is what the game is for me. How do I make it so that the dinosaurs can eat people? So those are the 2 big headline additions. But in total, there's going to be, I think, 75 species of dinosaur in the game.
Wow. Oh my God, that's loads.
Which is very exciting. And I'm really looking forward to having that kind of finished park where I have everything. I have absolutely everything, and then just press a few buttons and it all goes wrong.
Yeah.
The next thing I want to talk about is there are, and this ties into point 3 as well, but point number 2 is there are new settings. The game is no longer just set on the Muertas Islands, the 5 deaths, which are sort of where certainly the first 3 Jurassic Park films are set, and I think also the first Jurassic World movie was set on the location of the original Jurassic Park Island. But I don't know if you remember, after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the dinosaurs escaped and sort of got free into the wider world. And so now we are going to be playing the game in various locations. I got to play in 2 locations. One of them was in Washington and also in Canada as well. So we've got a lot more varied landscapes than previously. And as I said, point number 2 leads into point number 3, which is there's a new campaign mode which follows on from the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So all the dinosaurs have escaped. So in campaign mode, it's not just about building your park. There are other scenarios that you have to play and take part in. And one of the ones I got to play was there was like an illegal poaching ring, because obviously, like, you know, dinosaurs are out in the world now, and I think Ian Malcolm at the end of the last film coined the term Neo-Jurassic. We're now entering a Neo-Jurassic era where humans and dinosaurs are going to be living together. And so I like the fact that the game has sort of run with that idea and imagined the kind of scenarios that would happen if that was the case. And of course, poaching dinosaurs, I imagine, would be a big bad thing that would happen. And so the first thing you have to do is close down this illegal poaching operation, and it's gone bad, obviously, and there are a couple of Carnotauruses, or Carnotaurs. I don't know what the plural of Carnotaurus is. I'm going to go with Carnotaurs.
Like it.
A couple of Carnotaurs have escaped, and it's this really shoddy facility, and all the fences have broken down, and it's all gone wrong for the poachers. And basically your mission is to go in a helicopter, tranquilize the 2 escaped Carnotaurs, and whilst they're asleep, sort of build a facility around them and contain the situation, basically. So it's like these little bits of gameplay that feel like they feed into a wider story, and it also feels like it's part of the film story as well, which is just really exciting to play.
That's really cool. So they're sort of like self-contained, kind of like little, you know, very clear, here's your objective kind of. That's cool. I really like that.
And once I had managed to get the Carnotaurs asleep and fence them in, it then goes on to sort of the more traditional Jurassic World Evolution style of gameplay, where you've got, okay, make sure your Carnotaurs are happy, make sure their environment is big. They're quite picky, it turns out, Carnotaurs. They don't just like grass. They want sand, and they want water, and they want to be fed.
Well, they'll get what they're given. They'll get what they're given. Shouldn't even be alive.
There were elements of this in the first Jurassic World Evolution where you get to sort of go into the game a bit more than just the traditional management sim hovering over the top view. So when I was tranquilizing the Carnotaurs, you get to go first person behind the guy with the tranquilizer gun in the helicopter.
Yes.
And it's just very cool.
That's what we want.
It feels like you're in the movies, like, okay, wind it in, I gotta trank him.
Shooter.
Yes, a shooter. And the camera mode is back as well, so you can take lovely photos of the dinosaurs, and you can sell your photos, and you get more points and more money for how many dinosaurs you've got in the photo.
I can imagine your photos are the dinosaur tearing through the electric fence. Oh no, the dinosaurs. Time for a snap. The dinosaurs beheading a punter.
That would be the money shot.
Yeah.
Point number 4 is also there's a new challenge mode in the game, which is sort of like the more traditional kind of mode that you would expect, having played Jurassic World Evolution. But within that, there's lots of small but quality of life additions, so you've got more customization options when it comes to your buildings and your enclosures, and you've basically got more control over the park. I think there's a line from Jurassic Park there. You never had control. It was an illusion. So, yes, but even with all of those customization options, the majority of my gameplay was spent trying to round up an escaped herd of Struthiomimus.
Right.
That was basically what I spent the majority of my hands on doing. I foolishly didn't quite line up the fence.
Oh no.
It was about maybe a foot. I hadn't quite connected the fence up to the building, and one of the Struthiomimus, the first thing it did was just get out. I sent a ranger to try and round it up, and I sort of corralled it back towards the pen, and I quickly opened the main gate of the enclosure, to let this Struthiomimus back in. But instead of that one Struthiomimus going back in, all of the others then came out the gate and just started running everywhere.
Oh my god.
So
I really like the start of your explanation here. It was like you were the builder tasked with making the fence. It was like, look, I'm sorry, I didn't quite line it up. There was like a gap of about a foot. You know,
I didn't think a Struthiomimus would get out, but life finds a way. Obviously, life finds a way. And then all of the guests started coming to my park. And I was spending all of my time trying to round up these Struthiomimus, and I hadn't had time to build restaurants and toilets and gift shops.
Oh no.
And so all of the customers were coming in, and I just kept getting messages saying, the guests aren't happy. The guests aren't happy with your lack of facilities. So, yeah, I didn't do particularly well. I didn't cover myself in glory.
Feels like there's some sort of analogy here as well, Rob, with like, you know, are you actually having to look after the dinosaurs or the humans?
Everyone's so demanding, like all the dinosaurs want all their little bits and pieces, and just leave me alone.
Humans just want to feel safe and not be killed.
The Struthiomimus aren't going to do anything. They're just like little ostriches running around and having fun in the wild. Anyway, the fifth and final new thing in Jurassic World Evolution 2, at least for this video, is something I didn't get to play, but I know is going to be in the game. That's called Chaos Theory Mode, which sounds fascinating, and it allows you to relive key moments and some iconic moments from the film. But sort of like a what-if scenario. So it puts you in control. And I don't know specifically what moments are going to be in Chaos Theory mode, but I can, you can hazard a guess. Moments where it went wrong in the films.
Yeah.
And you're tasked with, okay, this bad thing has happened. Can you contain this situation? Who knows? I don't know what's going to be in Chaos Theory mode, but I do know that it allows you to assume control of iconic moments from the films, which, as a big fan of the Jurassic franchise, I think is very exciting.
Yeah, me too. That sounds really, really good. I'm very up for that.
So there we go, Dave. There's 5 new things in Jurassic World Evolution 2. It launches on PS4 and PS5 on November the 9th. Let us know in the comments if you're going to be picking up the game, what you think of these new additions, whether or not you're going to be like Dave and run a smooth operation, or whether you're going to run your park like me and let the dinosaurs eat everyone. And do give us a like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell if you haven't already done so you never miss out on anything from the world of PlayStation.
PlayStation